Back in Fallout 76 for one more hoorah, and this time, oh baby, the game got me saying ooh, because a giant Scorch Beast was in the vicinity, and I really wanted to see a mega monster before my time was up. And so they took me outside the Greenbrier where we left off last time, and they said there's a big beast here. There are some Scorch Believers, which are level 14, dangerous enemies, but also these attacks flying from the sky. Where are they coming from? I ask, where? Well, on my instance of the game, the Scorched Beast was invisible and not anywhere to be seen at the fissure site. His attacks were there. My friendly vault-dwelling comrades were crushing him with their combat skills, but I could not see him, so I had to exit out and restart and get back in so I could see the beast that was billowing this poisonous smoke and that was shooting those very aggressive sound waves at my sweet little face, because as of right now, it's an invisible creature that I cannot see, and I want to see him. I was worried that it was going to end and I wouldn't be able to, but luckily the devs were really great, and they're like, okay, here's what we got to do. We're going to get it. We're going to make it right. We're going to get it going, and it's all going to be good. He is hitting me. He's breaking my armor. He is very strong. I am stim packing my way out of this situation, and if things were laid back and not that difficult early on, they get real intense right about now. So we're going to transition into the reload, where now we will see the Scorched Beast. This is the big dragon-like creature, this boss beast, level 50, that we are all working to wipe out. And here is where Fallout 76 can get real crazy real quickly. This thing is a menace, and if I stumbled upon it myself, I would have to just run for my life, trying to deal damage, trying to get it going. You deal even a little bit of damage, you will be rewarded with loot. So this is an instance where it's okay to hide out a little bit. It's okay to not be the center of attention. You want to help, you want to hit, you want to hurt, but you don't want to get focused. You want to stay out the way and let everyone else get burned, blistered, and obliterated while we are okay and alive for the inevitable takedown, if we can do it. This is a level 50 monster. There is radiation, as you can see, and it's not looking so hot. All sorts of cases are proccing, and I'm not quite sure why. I need to take this guy out and get some really good hits. Now, as you can see, it's doing almost negligible damage, but all of us together are working to put numbers plus numbers plus numbers and make a notch on his health bar. He's down quite a bit. Luckily, in my time of traveling over here in my reload, some of the other wanderers did a whole lot of work on him. I thought he was going to leave the field here and wander off, and it was giving me Monster Hunter World vibes where they can sometimes leave even if you're super close to victory. And I was like, please, dear Scorched Beast, return to battle. Strike us with your stinky gas. It's irradiated poison, and that is not very nice. He drops it like he's some sort of biplane, and then yells at us like he's a really angry mother. So it's a whole lot of nasty in one big dragon type body. This is from the makers of Skyrim, and while I know it's not that kind of dragon, it did for a second make me feel like I was in the Elder Scrolls. Cortana wants to help. She knows the dire straits, but I'm like, nah, girl, it's okay. I haven't seen everything, obviously, but I think this might be one of the most crazy encounters that you could possibly create. Back-to-back Scorch Beast giant showdown, and then an incoming nuke almost at the exact same time. We're racing to beat this winged creature, and then we get the alert that they're blowing up the main base. Two of the biggest, boldest, coolest, craziest things in Fallout 76 happening within seconds of each other. Scorch Beast attack, nuclear blast, boom, shakalaka. What are the odds? Not a whole lot of good percentage points there. Not a whole lot of leverage from the more strategic aim, but we are getting this guy real low. I'm curious what other kinds of bosses there are. If there's other scorched enemies, if there's other creatures besides the beast that come from that lore. And what other kinds of, obviously there'll be, I assume, like death claws and things of that sort. But what other mega monsters lurk in this wasteland, and what other ones will have super cool and special loot. I would hope that they would, given the difficulty here. And this is where multiplayer starts to make more sense, because these, whether you want to call them world events or just darn right intense encounters, this is where it feels like everybody comes together and works for the greater good. Because remember, if I help you kill the Scorched Beast and you help me, we both get loot, and that is a bonus buffet for each of us. Working together, we can hate each other after, but if we work together on one common creature, one common goal, it's gonna feel pretty darn good. Alright, I got some mines. Toss those out there in case he comes my way. He probably won't, but it looks like he's actually been taken down. The big Scorched Beast has been busted. He's been felled, and he's got a frag grenade, a brain, a lightweight hardened raider right leg, and a wing fragment. I'm wondering if those things can be crafted into something super cool. I thought maybe he'd drop a gun or something of that sort, but alas, we have more important things to worry about, like a nuke near the vault. And this is the way that we say goodbye to this time and this world. Sadly, it had to come to an end. I wanted to stow away and see myself through level 50, but it wasn't meant to be. And as this nuke goes off and leaves this world in chaos, I'm really excited to dive back in. And soon. The beta is coming. The retail release is coming. I think there's a lot to love here. We've discussed the problems. We've discussed the good. We've discussed the confusing. We've discussed multiplayer and single player. What are your final thoughts on Fallout 76? I still will have videos. There's still content that I want to show you and some interesting things that I want to point out, but this will bring the walkthrough to an end here. As you can see, Death from Above creates total annihilation and obliteration. And it's very loud, very orange, and soon very deadly. There's the blast, there's the shroom, but this is not Toad's Rec Room. This is run into the nuke and end your session in style. So this brings us to a close, like I said, for our 5-part walkthrough series. Obviously, we will be back with much more once I have the game at home. But I hope you enjoyed this super awesome early lock. It was a ton of fun. It was super great to go play. And I look forward to what this game can become. And as I mentioned in like my problem video and whatnot, some of it might just resolve itself over the course of 50, 60 levels. Some of it may need to be improved by the team. Some should just fix itself, like the frame and the lags, by the time they reach 1.0. And some might still be problematic, but it is a bold vision. They're trying something new. And I am intrigued. I think in a year where the fall is not full of tons of intriguing titles, I mean, we've got big guns, obviously, from Call of Duty to Red Dead. I think Fallout 76 is one of the more interesting games because it's unknown in a lot of ways. And it is uncertain in a lot of ways. And it's going to be divisive in a lot of ways. And while it won't be for everyone and some will be disappointed, it sure will serve as a very interesting touchstone for taking a single-player styled franchise, making it multiplayer, and was that the right call? Was it a mistake? Was it something that crafts its own spot? Is it something that people get bored of after a couple of months? Is there a lot there? Is there more beneath the scenes and more beneath the nuclear cloud that we just have to see to believe and play to understand? What does this become? I have high hopes. I'm excited. And that's a rare thing for me when it comes to a multiplayer game. And it's probably because I can't experience so much of this solo and so much of this on my own that I am as excited to get back in as I am. But when I left the Greenbrier and I left Fallout 76, I took a couple of days to digest, and then I was like, you know what? I really want to get into this again now. And I'm sad that we still have a couple weeks to wait. But I will bring it to you as soon as I can. Like I said, I still have some more content. You guys have any questions, want to have any discussions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Hope you enjoyed this mini walkthrough of the game. Like I said, it is now come to a close for this series, but we'll ramp back up once we have it in our own hands. But this was really fun, and I thank you for going on the adventure with me and getting to see a lot of Fallout 76. From Wavy Willards to the first waking moment in Vault 76, it was a grand journey. And we await our new wasteland warrior walking towards us in a couple of weeks. Until then, though, everybody, thanks so much. Let me know your take in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed and want more Fallout 76. And for myself and the rest of the Vault Dwellers that just exploded in that explosion, thanks so much. Have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. And we will see you all later.